Welcome back to First Class Investments. Today we are talking about the EMAs. This is very, very important because this is what every institution uses. Well, pretty much. It's the most commonly used indicator in the industry. Why is that? Instead of using support and resistance lines to plot the direction on where you're going to trade, the EMAs, the moving averages, already show you the direction to take. So moving averages show you direction. Okay, so write that down. Moving averages show you direction. Okay, they tell you which way to trade without you having to plot anything. You could just look at this indicator and it can give you clear direction. This right here is one of the most important indicators we're going to use throughout the training. But let me tell you how each of them work. So right now, we are on the 15-minute chart, okay? We're on the 15-minute chart. Let me tell you what each of these colors mean, or the numbers, and then we're going to go over how and why we chose them. First off, the yellow one is the 5 moving average, exponential. The red one is the 13 exponential moving average. The aqua one is the 50 exponential moving average. The white one is the 200 exponential moving average. And this green one is the 800 exponential moving average. Now, why did we use exponential instead of simple? Please go back to first semester to understand the concepts of why we chose each one. The 50 and the 200 line are the most commonly used exponential moving averages. Why is that? It's because the 50 line shows you direction on which way to trade. So let's scratch out this green line right here. Let's do that real quick. Okay, so now it's gone. Now, pay attention to these two. Whenever the 50 is below the 200, that means you want to sell. Whenever the 50 is above the 200, that means you want to buy. Okay, it's really that simple. Now you can use this indicator alone and be as probably way profitable the majority of these traders. But there's some things, I'm going to show you some reason why you have to add some more indicators to that. Okay, but let's go back and let's add the green line back on the chart so you can see something else. So we have the green line back on the chart. Now, like I said earlier, you have to follow the 50 and the 200 line. Wherever the 50 is compared to the 200 line, you know direction. Now, what's really cool about this is the 15-minute chart. What's 50 times 4? 200, correct? Or 200 divided by 50 is 4. All right? 4 times 15 would give you 60, which would be 1 hour. So that means this 200 line is actually the 50 line on the hour chart. So let's check. I'm going to draw a line right here on the 200 line. If we go to the hour chart, we see that is the 50 line on the hour chart, which is pretty cool, right? Okay, let's go back to the 15-minute chart. Let's look at this. So if this is the 50 on the hour chart, this 800 divided by 200 is what? 4. So that means that this right here is the 50 on the 4-hour chart. Okay, so let's check. So that's the 50. Let's erase this one so we don't be confused later. Looks like it's right there. So that means on the 15-minute chart, we know the direction on the hour chart and we know the direction on the 4-hour chart. So whenever the candles are below the 50, that's a great indication to sell. Whenever the candles are above the 50 on the 4-hour chart, it's a great indication. Let me go here. It's a great indication to buy. Okay, so let's go back to the 15-minute, and then let's look at this. So we said that this was the 50 on the hour chart, the white one, right? So if this is the 50 on the hour chart, that makes this the 200 on the hour chart. Let's check it out. Boom. You see how easy that is? So that means on the 15-minute chart, you can see the direction of the 50 and the 200 line on the 15-minute chart, which is pretty incredible. Okay, so that's why we use these moving averages. All right, so that's how those work. We're going to go more into the technique in just a second, but we need to talk about the 5 and the 13 real quick, because the 5 and the 13 are your shift candles. And we're going to talk more about shift candles in just a second. But whenever the 5 and the 13 cross, this arrow will fire, and that is a shift candle. Okay, that is very important for next lessons. Remember, the 50 and the 200, whenever the 50 is below the 200 on any chart, you want to sell. Whenever the 50 is above the 200 on any chart, you want to buy. Okay, so we're going to go over some more, but that is moving averages, and they help you know which direction to go. So remember that direction to go. That is very important. They tell you direction of the candles, because basically all they are doing is adding up the last couple of candles and giving you an average of where it's at. And that's why it helps you tremendously. Okay, so thank y'all for watching. Let's go on to the next lesson.